Good morning, Haley. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Owen. So something that I was shocked to learn this week, of course, all October we talk about breast cancer, but I've learned that female military members are nearly 40% more likely to develop breast cancer, according to the Walter Reed Army Medical Center. I wasn't the only one surprised to learn. I went to the Michael DeBakey VA Medical Center this week, and the veterans there didn't know this. Wow. So I realized they are at risk for many other things, but that 40% number is pretty shocking. How could it be by that much? Well, environmental toxins might be to blame. At this survivors event that you're looking at video of right now at the Michael DeBakey VA Hospital, excuse me, there were some glaring similarities among these women. All of them served our country, obviously, and almost none of them had a family history of breast cancer. Still, family history only accounts for like 20% of your risk factor. Several of them, though, made mention of the toxins that they knew they were exposed to during combat. One woman even mentioned chronic breathing problems. That woman right there, she says she has chronic breathing problems as a result of working near burning oil fields. Now, this summer, the Biden administration passed 9 bipartisan bills to eliminate barriers that female veterans have accessing mammograms. So these bills are now going to allow female service members to access mammograms if they need one, no matter their age, symptoms, or family history. So they have that above the general population. But Dr. Madhya Parisi says there's more to understanding breast cancer that scientists have not yet been able to figure out. She's the chief of breast imaging at the DeBakey VA.
There are a lot of studies that are being done that are looking at increased risk in women veterans for breast cancer. And a lot of that has to do with looking at various environmental exposures during combat. So a lot of great research going on out there.
You know, I was diagnosed at 43, which is fairly young. I'm supposed to start my mammograms at 40, and no family history. I never imagined in a million years that I would develop any type of cancer, much less breast cancer. So it's very important, especially if you're a female veteran.
Yeah.
We really take that extra step to make sure that we expedite care for our patients. And so it's not unusual for a patient to come in if they feel a lump. We'll work it up the same day. We'll perform the biopsy the same day. A couple of days later or the next day, the results come back, and we really work expeditiously with all of our teams to get the patient into treatment as fast as we can.
Now, Dr. Parisi said in the near future, of course, they're going to be looking at other ways that they can screen women, as she just mentioned, not necessarily mammograms, maybe just with questioning to determine who is at risk. You know, our VA is huge, and they have a lot of researchers there trying to figure this out. So Dr. Parisi says for now, the recommendation is the same, start mammograms at 40. But we heard testimony from about 10 survivors at that event, and several of them, they got to the VA, got their results, had a diagnosis within a week. All of the veterans at the event obviously crediting their lives to the VA hospital. Luz and I had a very transparent conversation. She's the woman that you just heard from, that survivor. You know, I said that, well, you know, the VA has always been criticized for really not moving this fast. She said, "This isn't your daddy's VA."
That's what she told me.
That's what she said. She said, "This is not your daddy's VA." So, they are taking this very seriously and moving very fast, especially when there's a risk of breast cancer here.
And we know, because we've done the interviews with some officials from the VA, we know that they've been making great strides trying to change that image of the system by actually changing the way they treat their veterans.
Can I tell you what the representative from the VA told me?
Please.
Because I go there in the morning to do my shoots, and it is jam-packed, and you can't find a parking space, and I get it. But she was like, that's because these military guys, you know, and women, they want to get there early. They want to start their day and, you know, get on with their day. But she was like, if you come here at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it is empty. I know not a lot of people have the luxury of going right in the middle of the afternoon, but she said the later in the day you can make your appointment, the more likely you are to have a less wait.
That's a great tip.
Yeah,
Keep
I think
that
so.
in mind. Haley, thank you. Haley